Okay, good morning students, welcome back. Today we shall be beginning with the 6th chapter in geography, okay. And if you have noticed, we have done till the 4th chapter. The 5th chapter I am skipping, and we are going to begin with the 6th chapter. The name of the chapter is Changing Faces of the Cities. Now, we have learnt about migration, we have learnt about urbanization, we have learnt about the different types of development that has taken place because of migration. Now, you have to understand that now when we look at the previous chapters that we have done, we learnt, okay, or we understood that because of migration, urbanization is taking place. Alright, because of the movement of people from the villages to the towns and cities, these towns and cities are growing in size as well as developing itself. Alright, and more or new towns and cities are cropping up here and there. Alright, now this is leading to the change, okay, this is leading to the changes of the towns and cities, alright, or this is leading to the formation, this is leading to the development changes. So many changes are taking place in these cities and towns. They are growing in size. Alright, employment opportunities are changing. The types of employment that is available in the cities is changing. The number of jobs that is available is changing. The social and economic status, the cultural status, everything is changing in the society. So, in this chapter, we shall be learning about all the different changes that is taking place. What is happening? What is the result of migration and urbanization? Alright, okay. Now, the process of urbanization affects all types of settlement. Now, because of urbanization, different types of settlements keeps changing. Villages are growing into small towns are growing into cities, and small cities are growing into metropolitan or bigger cities. According to the census of 2011, 160.7 million people live in the million plus agglomeration, urban agglomeration. Now, you have to understand what is the meaning of urban agglomeration. Now, the trend has led to the growth of million plus cities or urban centers, and these centers are also known as mega cities. So, you have to learn the definition of what do you mean by million plus cities or what do you mean by a mega city. So, a town which has a population of 1 million plus people, it is known as a million plus urban agglomeration or million plus city. Okay, if a city has a population of 1 million and above, it is known as a million plus city. Now, such cities are the major urban centers in the country. Another is an urban area of population greater than 10 million is known as a mega city. So, you have to know what is the meaning of a million plus city and a mega city. Okay. Now, among the million plus urban agglomerations, there are three very large. In India, there are three very large cities which have more than 10 million plus people. The first one with the highest population is Greater Mumbai, which has a population of about 18.4 million. Then we have Delhi, which has a population of about 16.3 million, and then we have Kolkata. It's in page number 56. And next is Kolkata, which has a population of about 14.1 million. So, all these three cities which have the highest population, alright, in the country, it is because a lot of immigration has taken place in these cities because of all the different opportunities, better lifestyle, better jobs, more jobs, alright, the better standard of living, quality education, the different types of medical facilities. These have acted as a pull factor in these cities. That is why mostly people from the villages or other states, smaller states or cities have migrated to these three cities. Okay. Now, increasing urbanization across India is one of the most serious challenges today. According to the report on India's Urban Awakening, which was written by McKinsey Global Institute, in the next 20 years, we are talking about the migration, okay? In the next 20 years, India will have 68 cities with a population of over 1 million. As of now, we just have 42 cities, which in India we just have around 42 cities which have a population of over 1 million. Alright, but in the next 20 years, the study, according to the census, according to the study of different institutions, they have found out that in the next 20 years, India will have around 68 cities which will have a population of about 1 million plus. Now, because of all these increase in growth of the cities and towns becoming million plus cities or mega cities, something called a satellite city or a satellite town has come up. Now, you have to understand the difference between a satellite city and the main mega city. All right. Mega city. For example, let's say Delhi. All right. Delhi is a city which has a population of about 10 million plus. Now, because of the increasing population of these cities and because of the lack of space, another metropolitan city crops up just closer. Okay. It's not stuck to the main city, but it is around 10 to 15 kilometers away. And these cities are also developed cities, but they are not as big as the mega city. Okay, you may get all the facilities that is present in the mega city. Whatever opportunities, whatever facilities are present here will be available in these cities also. Now, the only difference between this city and this city is that the population is higher and the size is also bigger than the satellite town. These are independent cities, alright. These are small independent towns or cities, smaller in size, lesser in population, but the opportunities that is present here will also be available here. So, in the previous chapter we learnt that because of unavailability of space in the main city, small towns, I give you an example of Siliguri, because it is very congested, you have a place called Matigara, Shiv Mandir, Salugara. All these places have the same facilities that is available in the main town Siliguri, but the only difference is that it is smaller in size than smaller in size than the main town. So, a satellite city or a satellite town is a town with the same facilities of the main town. The only difference is that it is smaller in size and lesser in population, and it is independent of the main city. They do not depend on the main city. Alright. Okay. Some examples of satellite towns are Rohini, Dwarka and Narela are extensions of Delhi. So, satellite towns of Delhi is Rohini, Dwarka and Narela. For Mumbai, it is Navi Mumbai, and for Kolkata, it is Salt Lake, Yelahanka and Kengri to Bangalore. So, these are the different satellite towns for the main mega towns. Now, around Delhi, there are urban centers which have developed as satellite town. Now, these are Ghaziabad, Gurgaon, Sonipat and Faridabad. So, these are the different satellite towns for the main mega city Delhi. Now, another thing that you have to learn is you have to learn the features of satellite towns. What are the satellite towns? What do you find there? What makes up a satellite town? The first one is they are small or they are medium sized city and it is near the main metropolitan city. Okay, they are particularly independent from the metropolis economically and socially. Like I said, they are independent, they do not depend for the development, they do not depend on the main metropolis. Excuse me. Most workers of the satellite cities come to work from the main metropolitan town. Fourth one, the satellite town provides certain employment opportunities and facilities for holidaying and relaxation. So, when we were talking about smart cities in the previous class, we learnt that the main town do not have a lot of space, so a lot of recreational facilities cannot be built in the main town. But smart cities and satellite cities are planned town. They have been planned in such a way that they are learning from the mistakes that took place in the main town. See, there is a lot of space. When we talk about space, congestion is very less. Because the population is less, pollution is also less, and one of the main feature is that it has a place for recreation. Recreational or holidaying facilities are also available in these satellite towns. Okay. Next one is, there is frequent transport and communication services between the metropolitan towns and satellite towns. So, it means that there is a direct connection. You have different modes of transportation to travel from the satellite town to the metropolis. So, even though they are separate, they are an independent town, it is not like the villages not having roads, alright, roadways, or there is unavailability of transportation. In the satellite towns, we already learned that it is a developed town. The only difference is it is independent, it is lesser in size, and we have less population. But satellite towns have direct connectivity to the main town. So, movement from the main town to the satellite towns or vice versa is extremely easy. So, you have to understand that just because I said it is independent, it does not mean that they are independent, they are away, they have been transportation or connectivity has been removed. Alright. So, again I just repeat, satellite towns are those smaller independent developed towns which is around 10 to 15 kilometers away from the main town. Now, these towns are built in order to reduce the problems or the pressure on the main city. Okay. So, if these type of small developed towns grow or crop up or is built around the main town, problems like congestion, housing, pollution, unavailability of jobs, rush, alright, accidents because of higher population, all these will be reduced, because instead of people flocking only to the main metropolitans, they will also go to the satellite towns. Alright, because it has all the facility. In fact, they also have places for recreation. Alright, so I hope you've understood this topic. Today we shall be doing only till here. So we have learnt in this chapter, we have started with the new chapter, changing faces of the new cities. Now we are learning how the faces, how the structure of the cities are changing because of migration, which is resulting in urbanization. We have also learnt about two main terminologies, that is million plus towns or cities, which means a town or a city which has more than 1 million population, and the next one is mega cities. Mega city is a city or a town which has a population more than 10 million plus. Alright, and we have done the features of the satellite towns also. Okay, we will do till here today. Thank you.